In October 2011, U.S. intelligence agencies discovered an Iranian plot to assassinate the Saudi ambassador to the U.S. Months earlier, a Saudi diplomat in Karachi, Pakistan, was murdered by Iranian Revolutionary Guard-linked gunmen. This incident fueled already escalating tensions between the two Gulf nations, culminating in a Yemeni proxy war where each nation supports opposing factions. With the threat of full-scale conflict looming, analyzing their military capabilities to determine a potential victor becomes crucial. This analysis compares Saudi Arabia and Iran's military strength. Iran holds the 13th most powerful military globally, while Saudi Arabia ranks 26th. Iran's significant advantage lies in its manpower. With a population of 82 million, its potential military pool numbers 47 million, bolstered by 1.4 million youths reaching military age annually. Conversely, Saudi Arabia's population stands at 28.5 million, yielding a potential military pool of 15.3 million, with 510,000 youths annually reaching military age. Iran boasts 534,000 active military personnel and 400,000 reservists. Saudi Arabia has 231,000 active personnel and a mere 25,000 reservists. However, Saudi Arabia possesses a superior defense budget, $69.4 billion compared to Iran's $8 billion. This financial disparity allows Saudi Arabia to deploy more modern weaponry. Nevertheless, a prolonged conflict would likely favor Iran due to its vastly larger manpower reserve. Saudi Arabia enjoys aerial superiority with 844 combat aircraft against Iran's 505. This includes 203 fighter interceptors compared to Iran's 150 and 284 attack aircraft versus Iran's 158. Saudi Arabia's fleet is generally more advanced, comprising primarily European Typhoon fighters and American F-15 variants. Iran's Air Force includes 44 American F-14 Tomcats, received before the Iranian Revolution severed U.S. ties. These planes, though capable, utilize nearly 4-decade-old electronics, and their operational readiness is questionable due to a lack of U.S.-made spare parts. Supplementing its F-14s, Iran uses MiG-29s, but a lack of Russian supplies necessitates cannibalizing existing aircraft, resulting in a dwindling, combat-ready fleet. The remaining Iranian aircraft consist of outdated American F-4s and F-5s, pre-revolution acquisitions, and a small number of Sukhoi Su-24s and Su-25s. Iran's attempts to develop indigenous fighter aircraft, including a purported fifth-generation fighter in 2013, proved unsuccessful, with global engineers quickly debunking claims of its stealth capabilities. The project was exposed as a fabrication. On the ground, Iran possesses 1,050 main battle tanks versus Saudi Arabia's 1,142. Iran primarily uses Russian-made T-72s and T-54s, along with 300 American M-60 Pattons. Saudi Arabia's tank fleet consists of M-1 Abrams and a significant number of M-60 Pattons. Despite Iran's numerical tank advantage, the T-72 is inferior to the M-1 Abrams and its modern upgrades. The M-1's superior sensors and electronics would likely overwhelm Iran's T-72s, T-54s, and M-60s. However, the Yemeni conflict revealed a critical vulnerability in Saudi Arabia's M-1s: lack of depleted uranium armor, reducing their durability despite improved fuel efficiency. If Iran selects a suitable battlefield, daytime engagements in the flat eastern Saudi Arabian deserts, its larger numbers could overpower Saudi tanks. Conversely, Saudi Arabia's superior air force could dictate battlefield conditions, and nighttime engagements would leverage its superior sensor and targeting technology to offset Iran's numerical advantage. In 2016, Iran announced mass production of the domestically produced Karra main battle tank, claiming it rivals Russia's T-90. However, considering Iran's past misrepresentations, like the fifth-generation fighter, and the Karra's apparent resemblance to the T-90, widespread skepticism remains. The isolation of Iran's defense industry, lacking essential materials and technical expertise for advanced electronics and defense systems, further fuels doubts. The Karra is widely considered a rebranded T-90 variant without the original's critical internal electronics. Regardless, Iran's production and fielding of these tanks, alongside its robust arms industry, unlike Saudi Arabia's reliance on imports, are significant. However, tanks are only one element of ground warfare. Russia's heavy losses in Chechnya demonstrate the near uselessness of tanks in urban combat without infantry support. Although Iran has a larger infantry force, its 2,215 armored fighting vehicles, AFVs, pale in comparison to Saudi Arabia's 5,417, which are fully integrated into its infantry, enhancing mobility and protection. This disparity would grant Saudi Arabia superior maneuverability, hindering Iranian tank advances due to the need to coordinate with their largely foot-based infantry support. Iran's overwhelming advantage lies in artillery: 440 self-propelled artillery, 2,188 towed artillery, and 1,133 rocket artillery pieces, greatly surpassing Saudi Arabia's 524 self-propelled, 432 towed, and 322 rocket artillery pieces. This focus on fire support, similar to North Korea's strategy, is typical for technologically disadvantaged nations. Artillery's effectiveness requires minimal technology. Even advanced forces are vulnerable to a heavy barrage of high-explosive shells until neutralized by superior air power. The Persian Gulf's strategic importance is far greater for Iran than Saudi Arabia, which could shift its import/export operations to Red Sea ports during conflict, avoiding Iranian naval or air threats. However, subject to U.S. sanctions, Iran has significantly invested in its navy to disrupt Persian Gulf oil flow, controlling 20% of global oil exports. Iran's navy totals 398 assets versus Saudi Arabia's 55. While Saudi Arabia boasts 7 frigates compared to Iran's 5, Iran has 10 mine warfare ships against Saudi Arabia's 3, designed to disrupt Gulf oil shipping. Iran also possesses 230 small patrol craft equipped with Chinese anti-ship missiles and 50 caliber machine guns. While Saudi Arabia has only 11, Iran's fleet of 33 submarines, many small midget submarines, could potentially damage oil tankers in the Gulf, posing a strategic threat. Saudi Arabia benefits from powerful allies like the US and NATO, and its superior wealth allows for more advanced equipment. Yet, despite UN sanctions, Iran maintains a formidable military and a domestic arms industry. A direct conflict would likely result in a limited Iranian victory, although US and potentially NATO involvement would dramatically alter the scenario.